Our brains store information in categories to help us remember things, such as animal, then dog, then German Shepherd. These are mental shortcuts called schemas. Schemas are basic, iconic mental representations of things. For example, picture a bird in your mind. You most likely pictured a small bird that flies and lives in trees, rather than an ostrich. We have schemas for places, people, and events, like professor or first date. These are built from experience and help us make sense of new situations quickly. Your mind also has mental scripts. These are step-by-step behavior guides for common events. At a restaurant, your script is, get seated, order, eat, pay. The brain runs scripts automatically so it can free up mental energy for other things. Without schemas and scripts, daily life would be exhausting, like needing to relearn how to drive a car every time you got into it. These shortcuts let us move through life efficiently, with confidence, and they shape how we see and interact with the world, like invisible software running in the background. Schemas and scripts are helpful, but unfortunately, they can also cause us to misunderstand certain situations. Sometimes the mind's schemas can backfire, especially when they turn into unconscious stereotypes. These are oversimplified schemas about groups of people, such as incorrect assumptions about people based on their nationality or gender. Our brains can apply these schemas automatically, often without us realizing it. For example, a hiring manager might unconsciously overlook a qualified candidate due to a biased schema. This efficiency of the brain that often helps us can unfortunately also reinforce prejudices. Recognizing this flaw is the first step to seeing people as individuals, and this awareness can help us challenge and override these unhelpful schemas. So what happens when our reality clashes with our mental schemas or scripts? Say you picture that all librarians are female, then one day you meet a librarian who is male. You feel surprised. This new experience contradicted your schema. You experience a moment of what is called cognitive dissonance. It's a mental tension you feel when your beliefs and reality don't match. Your mind wants consistency, so it signals something's off, and you feel uneasy and somewhat confused. But each moment of dissonance is a chance for growth, a signal to learn something new. Will you reinforce your old idea or update it? It is in this moment that we have two options that cognitive researchers call assimilation or accommodation. And we usually choose assimilation. Assimilation is easier. You force the new information to fit your old schema. You might think something judgmental like, a male librarian? He should get a different job. Your mind is keeping the old incorrect schema that librarians are women. This is easier for the brain because it doesn't need to create new neural pathways for new information. But this tendency towards assimilation keeps stereotypes alive, even when evidence says otherwise. Accommodation, on the other hand, is harder, but more rewarding. This is when you change your schema. This might look something like, I've never met a male librarian before. There's probably other men who work as librarians too. Through this accommodation, your brain is updating its mental files. This requires a humility that enables you to admit that your prior schema might have been wrong. But this is what leads to real growth. Every time your brain engages in accommodation and challenges its prior assumptions, it opens you up to new experiences and deeper understanding, as well as increased tolerance and acceptance and a more accurate, open-minded view of the world and those around us.